Hey guys, welcome to Let's Rant Spelunky. This is a series on the channel that I really want to do, mainly because it's something that lets me rant about life, just some stuff on YouTube in general that I haven't really been enjoying lately, and it just gives me a chance to talk, really. Gives me a chance to play a game, but really it just gives me a chance to talk about something. And for this first episode, I want to talk about something that I know is, I wouldn't say like a hot button topic or anything, but it's something I want to bring up, and that has lately been Verlisify. Now, hold on there, guys. Before you even leave the video, I just want to say, for anyone that's coming that is a Verlisify fan, I will tell you that I was a big fan of his back when he, in my opinion, was good. Really wasn't so much of a shit. Sorry about that. Wasn't so much of a dick as he is now, I feel, and back then it was fine. I didn't really notice it because I mainly watched his strategy guys just for kind of like a, hey, that's kind of cool, or hey, this is this is something different I hadn't thought of type thing. I never really watched it for the actual oh, these are amazing sets. It was just more or less to give me a different view, mainly because at the time I was playing Smogon by Smogon rules and everything, and I still do. And is it a bad thing? No. The thing that really has gotten me lately is especially his video on clickbait that he made, because he saw that M&J TV was making a lot of thumbnails and everything that were in all honesty kind of clickbaity, but what Verlis was trying to say really was kind of stupid. Now, I don't watch M&J TV. I don't have any use for his content. It's just not my type of content, really. Hey, let's make a bunch of top 10s about stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's not my thing, unless it's just from a normal creator that I would watch. In general, I don't typically say hey, I'm gonna watch a top 10. But Verlisify lately, for me at least, has been really annoying me when it comes to him saying oh my god, such clickbait. Yet if you really know Verlisify in any sort of in any way, he's clickbaited, and there's no way that he can truly deny it by saying, yeah, no, I've never clickbaited in my life. Yeah, you definitely clickbaited. If you go back to before Sun and Moon even came out, really, you can see that he clearly clickbaited in a lot of his videos. Ah, shit. Allergy season, I apologize. He's clearly clickbaited in these videos. How do I know? 1. Strongest new Pokemon just revealed in Sun and Moon. Now, if for any of you who didn't watch that video, Tapu Bulu is not the best new Pokemon revealed in Sun and Moon at the time. It was not even close. I know people, especially in the YouTube verse, that wouldn't have even considered Tapu Bulu that good in general. And again, that's kind of my point here. He's saying that it's the best, and if you want to watch a very good video, I feel on it, I would watch Manga Comments video. I'll leave that in the description down below. But he made a video talking about basically how that is 100% clickbait. And it is. You basically just said the best new Pokemon was revealed, and it really, is it the best new Pokemon? That's debatable. Right? A lot of things are debatable about that, right? And you know what? Like, I can kind of understand, but I really don't. It's like, if you're literally just going to make a claim, you need to back it up with evidence. Now, obviously, Verlisify doesn't play the same way I do, and you know what? I could not give a shit. I do not give a shit at all. It's not my style of content, but there is no reason to basically be a giant douchebag about it and say, oh, Verlisify sucks because he doesn't like, the same kind of shit I do or whatnot. Like, I have no reason to basically go and say that. I have no reason to. But what I do have to say about it is, even though he doesn't play the game the same way I do, or, he doesn't do, or he doesn't, he doesn't see things the same way I do or whatnot. Obviously, everyone's going to have their own opinion on everything. I can't really fault him on that. Why? Because I don't agree with the way he plays the game. The problem that comes out of this, and I don't know if everyone will agree with me when I say this, but what happens is there's a problem when you say something like, yeah, this is a guaranteed best strategy, even though it's not. Making false claims is bad. Like, especially for, like, just as an example, like a kid just starting out with the game, doesn't know much about it, wants to play it competitively, and then, oh shit, he's told this is, like, the best way to use this one Pokemon, or, hey, this is, like, the only way that you should be playing this Pokemon. I think that's a little ridiculous, if you ask me. Now, obviously, do I maybe sound biased? Sure. I really don't think I am. I see myself as being very fair when it comes to this topic, because I understand both sides of the conversation. Where on one hand, Verlisify is like, fuck no, type deal. Like, I get that. That thought process. I understand that thought process. But what I don't understand is how someone can just blatantly lie to their fans and whatnot. I don't understand that at all. I just don't. To me, it's, oh shit. It's absolutely ridiculous thinking that, hey, it's okay for me to lie to a group of people that trust what I say, and everything. Like, I don't understand, and I do not agree with that. Again, with that said, would I have a problem with it if it were anyone else? Yeah, I still would. That's not my point. What I'm trying to get at here is just the way Verlisify comes across the topic is just very toxic. He says that, like, hacking in the Pokemon community and everything is very toxic. Yeah, it is. And you know what? I don't try and deny that. What I do deny, though, is when he says something along the lines of, oh, yeah, it's bad, but, because, it basically says, hey, let's, this guy's hacking, why don't I hack? That's false. That's absolutely 100% incorrect. If you look at any good example of it, of just, talking about hacking in general, there is nobody who says, yeah, go ahead, hack. Look at the whole Wolf-Glick debacle back actually, shit, that wasn't that long ago. Back last year in the summer around this time, back in July actually, just before Wolf-Glick won Worlds. Jesus, it feels like it was so long ago. Yeah. He's saying that Wolf-Glick has condoned cheating, which he didn't. Which he doesn't. I watched the video that he put out. He does not condone cheating at all. Verlisify may be able to make that claim, but it is 100% false. There is no evidence to support that claim. Did he make... Do I would agree with the statement of saying, like, oh, if you breed hacked parents, you know, it's perfectly legal? No, because they're not at that point anymore. They are hacked, and you know what? I can't agree with that statement. To me, it's very... Dude, like... Come on. You've got to know that they are not legal at that point anymore. I mean, that's really where I stand with it. I mean, do I hate Verlisify? I guess to some degree, sure. Like, there are things that I hate about him, you know, like the things that he can say about people and everything, going completely ad hominem on them and everything. To me, that's a bit much, mainly because if I wanted to go ad hominem on Verlisify, I could, and he would just call it a blatant attack. Yet when he does it to other people, you know, all hell, like, you know, it's perfectly okay type shit, and I don't appreciate that. But you know, that's just how Verlisify seems to work. And you know what? As unfortunate as it is, in my opinion, I have to respect the guy to some degree. I have to respect the fact that, you know, he's a popular guy. Do I agree with, you know, what he says or, you know, what he does or anything like that? No, I don't. I would not condone his behavior. The things that he's said in the past and everything, and his Twitter still existing. Hell, he blocked me because of something, because of a statement I made, basically saying, like, you need to shut up about the whole, like, back in the winter, right after Sun and Moon came out, PokeMMD made a series basically called that was basically like a Verlisify strategy guide series, basically saying, like, hey, like, here's how, you know, you use these Pokemon from like a Smogon perspective, not like hey, like, I'm just gonna blatantly rip this off. Like, did he go through every single Pokemon? No, he went through the Alolan Pokemon, and he went through the Pokemon that got a buff in that game, in the Gen, in Gen 7. So it's not like he went, oh, like, full throttle. Hey guys, so I'm gonna rip off Verlisify here, and I'm just gonna make a strategy guide for every Pokemon. Cool. No, and that's the thing. Making those types of statements by saying, yeah, you know, he blatantly ripped off my idea. Dude, you can't copyright something that's basically a strategy guide, because then Prima guides are gonna come up to you and be like, hey, so I heard you were using strategy guide in your video titles. Yeah, no, not allowed to do that anymore. It's so ridiculous. Like, you're saying that, hey, you know, yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're not like, sure, you may have more subs than Pogame. Who gives a shit, right? Stop throwing your channel size in like basically using your channel size as like a metaphor for your dick. Like, what the actual fuck? That's not how this kind of shit works. Fuck. Right now, as of recording this video, this is my first video on this channel. And do I care if I get more subs? Yeah, sure. I guess. Like, would I love to, you know, make YouTube like a job for me, like a second job? Yeah, absolutely. It gives me a lot more reign to, you know, have fun and do what I want to do, and that is make some YouTube content. Maybe start a channel on Twitch, like, who knows, right? Like, that would be fun. But am I looking to do that right now? No. But again, like, even if I were a more famous, like, PokeTuber or YouTuber, I'm not gonna basically pull the, oh, hey, look, my dick's bigger type thing. And this is something that I loved. I can't remember who pointed this out, but I loved it. Was basically it's quality over quantity. Back when, you know, Shofu made his Verlisify music video, and Verlisify was again basically making the whole, you know, my dick's bigger type thing, you know, like, I get more views than you, like, I get this, I get that type bullshit. And I looked at that and I went, dude, you do realize that, yeah, you know, you may put out more videos than Shofu, you may put out more content overall than Shofu, son of a bitch, but doesn't mean it's all that great. It doesn't. And when people point these things out, he cries. He literally cries wolf and says, "Oh, these people are attacking me," and everything. It's not an attack when it's a blatant criticism. Like, Verlisify says, you know, it's not an attack. I'm bringing facts to the table. That's not how these types of things work. You can say, hey, you know, I don't agree with this, like, I think you should do more of this thing or that thing, and, you know, that's perfectly okay. But the moment that, you know, you start getting the criticism, you need to be able to take it like a fucking adult. And I'm sorry, but that's just how it needs to work. That's how life works. You get criticized, you need to take it. Like, for me, like, I'm in a flag football league. I played football back in high school. I was, you know, a wide receiver and everything. And after like a playoff game we just had, you know, one of the guys, like, from the other team comes up, he's like, yeah, like, dude, you're good, but, like, you should watch how, like, you're running and everything, because, you know, like, you're getting your leg up too high and everything. I'm like, yeah, like, I know all that stuff, like, I'm so used to doing that kind of shit. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, thanks, man. He's like, yeah, no problem. It's like, I can take that kind of criticism, and I get where Verlisify is coming from when it's like, get good scrub type type deal. Like, that stuff is petty. That is pettiness at its best. But when you're literally bringing up a legitimate criticism, which can typically range from, oh, hey, like, I think you should stop talking about X subject in your videos because it takes away from the entire video itself, type thing. I think that's just kind of where he needs to take it. He can't take that kind of shit to heart, right? Like, are you going to as a normal human being? Of course you are, and that's fine, but he needs to find a way to try and balance out what he calls criticism. Because what he says, are attacks, really aren't. An attack is when you say, oh, you're a dumbass. Like, you don't deserve to share the air I breathe type bullshit, right? Like, that is a blatant attack on someone as a human being. And that is not okay. But if you're saying, like, literal criticism isn't okay, I'm sorry, but something's wrong here. I mean, it's just gotten to a point where I look and I go, God damn, man, can you just shut the fuck up for like 30 seconds, please? And just try and realize, not everyone's trying to be a dick to you. Like, personally, if I could get one message through to Verlisify right now, it would be that, dude, I don't hate you. I liked you a lot more when I was about to say younger. Jesus Christ. I liked your content a lot more back when you made like legitimate content. And when I say legitimate content, what I mean by that is you made content that wasn't so, hey, look at this blatant bullshit type of videos. Like, you actually made content that to me was worth watching. And of course that's just to me, and you know what your fans nowadays, can say, yeah, his content is still good and whatnot. And you know what? That's fine. I'm saying from my own personal opinion, you need to leave out a lot of the, hey, this asshole's cheating type stuff, because it takes away from your actual message in your videos. Like your strategy guides, I would honestly love to see you bring those back. Why? It's Gen 7. You don't talk about the strategies until, hey, Fan Fridays comes along. And how about this? And I know this is another criticism that I know a lot of people won't understand. Get rid of Fan Fridays, man. Like, unless Fan Fridays is going to become something that's, basically like, hey, I'm going to do 5 battles with my viewers and everything. That is cool. That in itself is a wonderful idea. And I think you should do something along those lines. Because I know your viewers would love to battle you. Not just on stream, but how about in general, right? Like, think about it. I think you would get a lot more out of it, right? How about streaming a lot more to get, to honestly get yourself out there, so to speak. Like, and when I say that, I'm not trying to sound dickish, I guess, when I say it, but I think it would just help you get more exposure in a lot of ways. Get the exposure as in what's the word? It would help you, like, I think it would help a lot of people really understand. Like, how about going back to what you were saying, how long ago was that? What was it? A couple years ago? Now with your apology video? How about actually staying true to what you said in that apology? Okay. Now this is something you may think is very strange, Verlisify, but I agree with what you did in the Johnny Canal situation. Johnny Canal is a dumbass. He's a dickhead. He does not really deserve what he got out of selling hacked Pokemon to kids. That is disgusting. That is, in all honesty, a terrible thing that he decided to do. I don't agree with it. I think that, hey, he should be a human being before being a giant, throbbing douchebag. 'Cause fuck, man. Like, this is exactly what I'm trying to get across here. Verlisify, I don't think you're a bad guy. I appreciate the fact that you try and call out people who hack Pokemon, but trade them, who sell them to kids, not someone who's hacking their Pokemon into the game for battling and whatnot, for fun, literally. Like, is that as big of an issue as you say it is? I don't think it is. Not because I'm here to disagree with you or anything, but it's because when you think about it, you seem to be okay with A-Drive doing it. You're still friends with him, yet if anyone else were to do it, it would be bye. Fucking get the fuck out of my sight type bullshit. And I think that's where there's a double standard. I asked you this question in a stream that you had, and I'll link that. You'll see my comment in the video. My name is the Pflugmeister. It'll be spelled T-E-H. Keep in mind, but I think that it's very hypocritical of you to be able to say, hey, it's basically okay for, A-Drive to do it, but anyone else, fuck them, right? Like, I think that you're missing the point there, in the statement that, no, it's perfectly okay for someone else to do it, but, when other people decide to do it, it's like, hey, fuck you, douchebag. I don't agree with that. I think that what you're saying is 100% wrong. You're misinterpreting everything at that point. I think that you need to try and understand it from the perspective of someone who is a fan, who still does watch your videos. But doesn't understand why you think it's okay for, one person to do it. But when it comes to anyone else that's, not your friend Dan, they can go and fuck themselves right up the ass. And, yeah. That's just kind of how I feel, and I don't know if it's anyone else who feels the same way, and if you do, let me know in the comments to the video, but I'm sorry. It's just kind of how I feel, really. Like, I get it, I kind of do, you really don't want to, I don't even know how to word this, I kind of get that, A-Drive is a friend and all, but you gotta treat him the same way as you would treat anyone else, right? Just because your friend is hacking your Pokemon and everything is just not cool. And the fact that you still stand by the fact that, hey, let me call out everyone else but him, I don't agree with it. I think that kind of behavior should not be tolerated. So again, it's okay for one person to do it, but anyone else, fuck you, bitch. This has been nice. I like doing these videos. They're nice for me. And while I probably talk about Verlisify again, probably. Would I love to get into a beef with Verlisify? Of course I would. Do you know how happy that would actually kind of make me at some points in my in when it comes to YouTube? Of course it would make me happy. Getting to debate the man himself would be amazing. Why? Because I know I can debunk everything. If you've watched Mr. Danger Moss's stream, where Verlisify actually came on, and tried to debate Danger Moss. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. Oh my god. I somehow convinced him to watch the stream because he was trying to address his haters. It blew my mind. Because Verlisify in that stream, if you've watched it, still thinks he's right. And one thing that Danger Mouse pointed out was that he really doesn't typically breed his Pokemon. He has someone else do it for him. And that in itself is a problem for a couple big reasons. One of which is, by that point, which is, you know, you have time to breed them on your own. Not everyone does. Now, I breed my own Pokemon. I haven't really done a lot of breeding lately, mainly because I've been really busy, you know, working and doing other stuff, which, speaking of other stuff, I should probably clean my room and do the chores and everything around the house. But it's just something I don't think he understands. Like, his job is YouTube. That's his job, and you know what? That's his choice. But he also needs to then understand that, hey, if somebody wants to hack, I don't care. Like, again, I play by Smogon rules. So, like, if somebody is using a Victini, I kind of know what Victini it's gonna be. It's most likely gonna be physical. You know how I know that? Because that's what most Victinis are. With like Bolt Strike and V-Create. Yeah! And it doesn't bother me because I know what's gonna happen. But when you're hacking your Pokemon simply for your own use, I don't really see a problem with it. I don't see the necessary, oh yeah, this is terrible, like fuck you type attitude. I really don't. I think that's very, very toxic. The whole fuck you, you're an asshole type mentality is ridiculous. Again, by that standard, there should be a shitload of other people on that list of, hey, fuck you, you're a hacker. And, yeah. I think that's where it kind of lies for me. Do I hate Verlisify? Not really. Like, do I hate the fact that he's a dick? Yeah. Do I hate him as a person? I guess not. Like, I really don't know. That's where I think our differences really come into play. He has his opinions and I have mine. Would I love to debate him on this? Of course I would. It would be amazing. It would be lots of fun for me to debate someone who thinks that he's always right. Kind of like a dictator. You know, my way is the best, and that's the way we're gonna do it. Ah ha 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 ha. Right? That kind of mentality is so dumb. Don't be a dick. Oh, man. And you know what? I think that's kind of where I want to end it off. And you know what? If Verlisify is going to respond to this and think that I'm attacking him, I will be 100% surprised. Mainly because I'm not attacking him. I'm just pointing out facts. because they are facts. Fuck, she's dead. But yeah, I think that, you know, if he wants to say, oh yeah, you know, fuck Pflugmeister for, you know, being a giant prick, you know, fuck him and fuck everything that he said, and you know, because he's a giant douchebag, then whatever. Because really, he needs to get his shit together. He needs to stop the clickbait. He needs to start acting like a real fucking human being. Because his attitude in this community, if I can even call it a community anymore, needs to stop. 100% needs to stop. Because again, there's the problem that I feel Verlisify has, thinking that, you know, he's the all-holy embodiment of what is really in the community. And because of that, he is blinded by his own success. He's blinded by the success. Sorry, tried to make a joke about, you know, songs and everything, but apparently it fell flat, even by my own standards. Fuck! Oh boy. Alright, that's gonna be it. I know this is just me rambling. I've definitely, you know, kind of repeated myself 1,000 times over. But that's really how this, you know, series is gonna go. This gives me a chance to, you know, talk, just to rant a little bit. Which is all I really want. Is just to kind of rant a little bit. Yeah. But that is going to be it for me today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, tell me what you think about my points and everything, and if you do agree, if you're a Verlisify fan, I don't hate you, but there are some fans out there that just need to stop. Oh boy, but I do thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.